If you've ever had a cat, you know the feeling, right? You jump on the internet looking for a straight answer, and you just hit this wall of super vague, unhelpful advice. Well, today, we're going to cut through all that noise and get to some real, practical guidance. So picture this. It is the middle of the night, and your cat is doing something off. It's not, a full-blown emergency, but it's just weird enough to make your stomach clench a little bit. So you grab your phone, just desperate for a real answer. And this is what you find. Every single time, every article, every blog post, it all ends with that same frustrating line. It's a total dead end when you just need a little bit of help. Look, sometimes you don't need a $100 emergency vet bill for simple sneeze. What you really need is someone with actual, hands-on experience to tell you what's normal, what to keep an eye on, and when you truly need to make that call. This brings us to what our source here calls the consult your vet problem. And it's all about this flood of low-quality online content that's designed to rank high on search engines, not to actually help you or your cat. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have the content mills. They're just recycling the same old generic stuff, all for ad revenue. But on the other side, you have answers that come from real experience, specific, focused on your cat's well-being, and empowering you to make a smart decision. Okay, so let's talk about what that experience actually teaches you. It's really about learning to speak a whole new language, the language of cat weird. This is where having that experience is so critical. It helps you tell the difference between what's just normal weirdness, like those crazy 3 a.m. sprints across the living room, and the really subtle shifts that could actually mean something's up, like a tiny change in how much water they're drinking. Now, for anyone who has a new cat, or is even just thinking about getting one, this next part is an absolute game changer. It's called the 333 rule. And it gives you a super clear timeline for how your new cat will adjust. What makes this rule so amazing is that it gives you a predictable roadmap. It helps you understand that if your new cat is hiding under the bed for 2 days straight, you haven't failed. It's a completely normal, expected part of the whole process. So here's how it breaks down. The first 3 days, that's all about decompression. Your cat is overwhelmed, totally in survival mode. By 3 weeks, they start learning your schedule and getting a little more confident. And then at the 3-month mark, that's when they finally feel at home, and you get to see their true personality start to shine. And your job in all this is pretty simple. In those first 3 days, just give them space. Seriously, don't take the hiding personally. For the next 3 weeks, just be consistent. Cats find so much safety and routine. And then over those 3 months, you're just focused on building trust. It's all about patience. Okay, this brings us to a much deeper idea. Moving past the practical tips into the real emotional commitment of what it means to have a forever cat. And the core idea is simple, but it's huge. This isn't a temporary thing. You're committing to being the one constant in this animal's life for their entire life. That could be 15, maybe even 20 years. And that means committing to all the unglamorous parts, the vet bills that seem to pop up at the worst possible time, the furniture that's definitely going to get scratched, the daily chore of the litter box, and yeah, the extra care they're going to need when they're old. It's all part of the deal. But the reward you get for that commitment, it is just immense. It's in all those quiet moments of trust. The purr on a Sunday morning, that specific meow they only use for you when you get home, and that deep, unspoken bond that just gets stronger and stronger every single year. So it's worth asking yourself, really honestly, are you ready for the whole journey? Not just the cute, easy kitten phase, but the tough times, the senior years, the whole beautiful, messy, wonderful arc of a cat's life. If the answer is yes, then let's talk about finding your perfect match. And that often means you have to look past the most obvious choices in the shelter. Of course, the playful, outgoing kittens get adopted almost instantly, but the source here makes such a powerful point. Your cat, the one you're really meant to find, might just be that quiet one, cowering in the very back of the cage. Think about the overlooked ones, the shy cat, the senior cat, the plain one, the one with a little imperfection. These cats are just as deserving of love, and honestly, they often form the deepest bonds because they've been waiting the longest for someone like you. And this quote just gets right to the heart of it all. They haven't given up. They're just waiting for the right person to come along, someone who has the patience and the heart to see who they really are. Your forever cat is out there, probably waiting in a shelter right now. So the only question left to ask is, are you ready to go find them?